I'm recording this for my mobile internet provider. I will not name that provider yet because I will wait for their response. So this is an email. This is the name of this email thread, and this email is from well, it's a long email. 12th of October 2020, and by the way, this email is in folder final, and the picture of it should be here in this folder. Because this is an email from the Supreme Court of Serbia, because the thread started with their response. Actually, I think this is a response from president of yeah, he's retired. So this was a response from president of Supreme Court of Serbia. He was pretending he doesn't know what I'm talking about, although I sent him initial report of 8 counts of international organized crime. He was just pretending nothing is happening. Of course, he will go to jail for this. The fact that he is retired means nothing. And of course, I will create a special video on this because it deserves a special video. I mean, the president of the Supreme Court, so the court above all the courts. And of course, courts are above prosecution, unless some judge commits some serious crime, then prosecution is above courts in that case. This is a special case. Although this happened within the case of monstrous murders of 3 members of my family, including poisoning of children, ranging from 10 to, I think, 14 years. This is their age, my brother kids. This is their age at the time when they were poisoned just to scare them. That monstrous murder of my family poisoned them to scare them not to stay at my father's home, because they really loved him, and it is impossible. They never ever stayed there. So this part of an email is sent to military or army intelligence and state intelligence. So these are army and this is state intelligence, and I warned them. They warned them on the fact that they were sending me. Actually, they sent me only one message, and they were calling me on my number, which is only used for internet, for mobile internet. That is impossible. So I explained here that they are doing this because when you use stick, which contains the mobile card, SIM card for mobile internet, this is prepaid internet, you cannot know the MAC address of the device changes. So they were trying to track me, or they were trying to let me know that they know what I'm doing. Although they were calling me on 3 different numbers, mobile internet numbers. So this is only for mobile internet. You cannot call anyone from using this SIM card. And they were calling me on 3 numbers. So I had 3 numbers: one for my transformer, one for my computer on in the city, and one for the computer in the country. So I use this as a backup because I already had ADSL from a different provider, and it was really important because it was a different provider, because both of those 2 providers, one for ADSL and the other one for mobile internet, they blocked me in different ways. In December of 2019, so something was happening. They blocked me, they prevented me from accessing my computer, which was connected to a recorder of surveillance cameras. So something was happening at that time, and it's impossible that both of them did that at the same time. ADSL provider, internet provider, prevented me from downloading the alternative for remote desktop, and the mobile provider discard my SIM. I mean, can I say discard? Disabled my SIM card around the same time. Although the time for disabling was a month after they disabled it. So you need 6 months of inactive SIM card to disable it, and they did it. I think it was not even 5 months. So something was happening at that time at my household in country. I don't know yet what happened, but I'll figure it out. So I warned them here on that. I warned them that I know they are behind this, so they were calling me. I will show in another email the screenshots, because I sent them the link to G drive folder containing those screenshots. These are some things related to politician. This is MAC address. I mentioned it here. So yeah, I reminded them that they just finished crash courses, and that's it. So they're not some sort of authorities. Same goes for foreign intelligence. So they're just finished crash courses. And thanks to the movies about special agents, intelligence, they're popular, but they don't really have any sort of real credibility. This is all staged, or I don't know, maybe there is a better word to describe it. Maybe fake is a better word. So I warned them here about that I know what they are doing. And in another email, yeah, here it is. No, that's the same email. It should here, maybe here. Yeah, here it is. So this is again for military and the state intelligence. So there are two services, one military and one for state intelligence. Two units or whatever you want to call them. And this is a key part. So I told them here, I wrote here that they cannot follow where I'm putting my information, because I was doing a lot of backup in case something is happened to me. In case something happens to me. So I told them here that, wrote here that they don't know where I'm putting information, otherwise they wouldn't be sending me messages on 3 different SIM cards to be sure who I am. They simply waited when I paid my credit and asked that lady who sold me the credit for that mobile internet. So they explained their intelligence, and they told her to give information on the number that I used, and this is according to them something very special, but it's not a special thing to scare some poor woman who is working at the I don't know what's the name in English. Those mobile places, those mobile maybe kiosk. I don't know if I can use this. I need to see if this is the... Yeah, it is kiosk. I don't know, maybe what's the...
Kiosk.
Yeah. It's the same translation. So they were simply, they scared that lady at the kiosk selling newspapers to tell them the SIM card that I used to buy credit. So this is probably something very special for them because they think they are so dangerous and tough, but this is really pathetic. This is how they found my number, because when I bought it from the provider, I think they don't keep a track of the SIM card number, but they can find it as I explained, by scaring that poor lady who is working at the kiosk. And this is how brave those pieces of shit are. So and of course I gave example here that since 2009, this is where I bought mobile phones, so I bought it when I really needed it. Nobody called me by mistake, and they called me on 3 different numbers, mobile internet, prepaid mobile internet numbers, and all those calls were from different mobile providers. So this is impossible that this is coincidence. And of course it mentions Trump here and so on and so on. Some politicians, never mind. So and that I warned them that a lot of people know they created those politicians because they are all actors. So of course none of them confirmed they received my emails, because they probably are afraid to mess with international organized crime. Okay, so I gave here again, reminded them in this email too that the problem is the MAC address of the device is changed when I'm using stick adapter with the SIM card for mobile internet, prepaid mobile internet. And this is I just updated some names. This is the folder that I gave them, containing, so it is named by their names, of course in Latin. So final and their names. So military intelligence, state intelligence. So this is the folder. First three pictures is some email I sent before to them and to headquarters of Serbian army. It contains this picture, which proves that I called Washington FBI office, and it was 19th of September 2019. So this is the time when notary tried to steal my whole property to give it to during the inheritance proceedings, because notaries are in Serbia in charge of inheritance proceedings, except for special cases when court is in charge, which is what happened in my case, because I filed a crime report for both notaries in the city, which is the center of the area where I live. So they didn't have choice and gave court the case of inheritance proceedings, and it was in court. I paid way less than I would pay for notary. So I called. So after I called FBI, and at the same time, I mean the same day, I called the embassy, U.S. Embassy in Belgrade. I warned FBI on international organized crime in Serbia. They gave up the plan to steal my whole property, and they tried to do this, although I warned them. I know what they are doing, by telling me. So the court told me that notary returned the case, that there was no inheritance proceedings, but didn't want to. Of course, I have a lot of emails on that, but they didn't want to confirm that with an email. They just told me that, which is zero evidence. And the judge who was in charge then sent me, after I contacted U.S. Embassy in Belgrade and FBI, he sent me the confirmation that the case is returned to the court by the notary, Bojana Babić from Smederevo, who so I already created a video on this, but I will mention it again. So she's supposedly she was, maybe she's still, I don't know, so here it is. So it says here that she is a this is tabloid, controlled opposition. So it says here that somebody, I think so-called Serbian president, has the file of a notary from Smederevo. She's the only notary. The other notary is male. So she's a lover of Minister Zoran Đorđević, who was engaged in the scandal of illegal arms trade to Libya. There is a documentary on this, so I won't go into details because I already covered that in another video. So much about notary and her credibility. And now here are the numbers. Just a second. So these are mobile numbers: 062, 062, 062. Mobile numbers of my SIM cards. So 3 different SIM cards. This one is from my home computer in the city Novi Sad, where I lived, city in Serbia. The other one is from my computer connected to recorder of Somalian scams in country. And the last one is from my transformer, Lenovo transformer. So transformer is, for people who doesn't know, maybe somebody doesn't know who will watch this video. So transformer is the device which can, where you can detach the keyboard, and it becomes the tablet. So this is sort of a tablet, both tablet and the laptop. So this is from screenshot from okay, I said which, I showed here which provider is in question. It can be seen here, this is a missed call. So this is 062. This is sorry. So this is the date, and this is really strange. So this is different number. These are some messages about the status of SIM card, nothing important. So it says here Dejane, which is my name, Dejan, not Dijan, but Dejan. E is pronounced as E in Serbian. So they showed here they know my name. Again, they think probably this is something very special for them, but again, this is pathetic. You will need for Darinka, which is the name, probably trying to say that I know this Darinka, and according to this message, she's in the hospital. So 200 grams of coffee. When you come with diapers, when you bring the diapers, bring the coffee too, and in the in the end, this is Nurse Ruja, which is Rose, translated in English. So they're trying to scare me here. They know very well that I'm a witness of international organized crime. So, of course, maybe they get my number from my internet provider. I don't know that, but they probably got it from that lady working, because usually ladies work there. Usually middle-aged ladies, sometimes younger, but usually middle-aged ladies work there. Of course, there are males there, but usually there are middle-aged ladies who are doing this to support their family. They are not doing this because they like it. It is a really pathetic job. So this is what these pieces of shit were doing. Instead of investigating illegal arms trade, they're threatening me. This is a direct threat. They're saying, we know who you are, where you are, and so on and so on. But again, there are ways to buy this credit for SIM card. I can pay somebody to do it, so they wouldn't know. But I let them do this, as I let them access my computer. I have a video on that, very interesting video. They deleted I don't know how many files. They deleted 25, which were really bothering them. So again, it is really important, and of course the dates are important. It is very important to notice that these are numbers from different mobile providers. So this is 060 and this is 062. 381 is for Serbia. Next one is my SIM card in country. So this is the same number, but this is 061. So again, different provider. The date when they called me, this is basically the same date. So again, 061 plus 381 is replaced with O when you move it to when you translate it to a number in your country. So not international number, this is international number. So I think this is the same. Yeah, it is the same. So they called me in June, end of June 2019, and beginning of October 2019. Okay, and this is the last one on my transformer. This is even in 2018, the end of October 2018. And it was a bit late. The call was actually a day before this time when I received it. So maybe someone was checking what's happening. I mean, not someone, but the mobile provider. I don't have this information here when the call happened, only when I received it, when I received notification. So again, now this is 069. 069, another different provider. Actually not different provider, but different actually different provider, but I think that some of these numbers, I think that some providers have more than one number. 062 is also Telenor, and 063 is also Telenor, and maybe even 069. But basically, these are different networks. So I was wrong. These are basically different networks. Some are the same providers. So, but again, this first number is called calling number in Serbia, 062. So 062, 06, 060, 061, and 069. So how many? 1, 2, right? 3, 4. So four different networks, mobile networks. Okay, so this would be all about military and state intelligence trying to scare me, but obviously they didn't scare me because I'm still uploading my videos on all the things they don't like, they try to hide. They are, of course, part of international organized crime. So this should be all for my internet provider. And I can say not Telenor because I uncovered it, because I showed it. So doesn't matter, I cannot create another video. And there will be probably one more video for my provider to prove that this SIM card was disabled a month before it should have been disabled. I have a recording from a contact center of this mobile provider, so I will probably put this link to this video in the description. But for now, that would be it.